Junior infielder Kaylee Strickland has big talent and a big family. She's one of 6 children and says those people make up the best team she's ever known. So when her mom was diagnosed with cancer, their entire world was shaken. Through the months of treatment and pain, Kaylee discovered something more powerful than the challenges of battling cancer: hope.
The thought of not knowing what was gonna happen, just to wrap your head around the thought of oh my gosh, this cancer literally came out of nowhere. Yeah, so she had what was called a yolk sac tumor, which is a form of ovarian cancer. It's extremely rare. And one morning she had sent us a picture of her stomach, and she was laying down, and it just looked like a huge, it almost looked like a baby bump on the side of her, and we were just kind of oh my goodness. Seeing her so sick from the chemo, she was just miserable the whole time. And I remember one conversation we had is it was right before the chemo really had set in, and I had called her and my day was just horrible. I was just oh my gosh, how can this day get any worse? And then she was well, you don't have to shave your head today. And I just was oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. What helped us get through this as a family is lots of prayer. We really were all shook up about it. Tensions were pretty high in the house. There wasn't a lot of sleep going on, and I think we all pretty much were just looking to the good Lord on this one. Luckily, it had happened at a time and I was home for the rest of the summer. But then obviously when I had to come back to school, it was definitely hard being away from her. But I have an amazing support, with my team and my friends, and everybody that I've met here was just very supportive. The coaches allowed me to go home as often as I needed. I'd say through the years, my relationship with her has gotten a lot better. Used to not be that way. After everything had, the initial shock of everything happening, I was kind of oh my gosh, is this God saying cherish your mother? Last November, so November 2016, marked a year since her last chemo treatment, and her hair is growing back slowly but surely. My family is a lot stronger after going through all of this. My dad actually had cancer too, when me and my older sister were a lot younger. So I think it's just something that just kind of we all came together, and now our mom is a superhero for beating cancer.